Primetime, that's the name.
Primetime.
Primetime.
What time is it? Showtime, primetime.
It's XL Primetime, featuring Joe C.
And then he couldn't fire his glutes later.
Matt Hayes.
His balls are different in person.
And Leon Searcy.
So they were smelling themselves.
Oh, my gosh.
With no deal.
Well, it was different in person today because you wanted to see pads go on. And they knocked heads. Offense and defense wins on both sides, mistakes on both sides, big plays on both sides, which we will get into today. Welcome in a Mokama Beer Company Monday. And you just heard RJ when he finished up his update. What did he say? 97 degrees? Mm-hmm. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, it was steamy hot out there. So welcome in. As XL Primetime will take you back to practice today. Big Search has already announced 2-shower day.
2-shower day.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
And you came in after your first shower, still sweating a little bit.
A little bit, yeah, a little bit.
Because it was hot.
Was hot, bro.
Matt had the bucket hat on, and so
smart.
Yeah.
Look, man, you're talking about 100 degrees and that sun directly on your bald head.
Yes. Hey, I went to the beach over the weekend, and normally you can count on a little tropical breeze, a little something coming in off the Atlantic, and it was kind of lifeless wind-wise, and it was hot. And then, of course, you get out on that practice field, that sun's beating down, and so the players got in about an hour and 10 minutes of work before they call the practice.
Ooh, that's a long practice there. I don't know how they were able to overcome it.
They stretched for how many minutes? 30, Leon?
It was concerning because you go out there and you think at 8:30, 8:40 they start the stretch or whatever, and then there's this half-hour intermission, and you're just sitting there waiting, and then all of a sudden the thumping starts.
Right, you guys are over
I'm just
the
being
top.
honest. I'm being honest.
I'm going to go with the NFL player here, okay?
Yeah.
Now listen. Now the run period, the run and play action period was outstanding.
Yeah.
Offensive line got after it good over the defensive line. They ran the ball in between the tackles. Mm-hmm. There was a lot of pulling, a lot of trapping. There was a lot of getting on line. But I saw Ezra Cleveland, put one on Devin Lloyd.
Had a good day today, by the way, Ezra Cleveland.
Blew him off.
You guys say I ripped him a lot. He had a good day.
Blew him off the ball, dumped him on the ground. I was like, okay, Ezra.
And
I feel you.
All right, so this kind of takes us, and you guys are more than welcome to jump in, especially if you were at practice today. Hit the text line, designed by Lifetime Enclosures, 641-1010. YouTube, always available wherever you're hanging out. You can just punch up YouTube and find XL Primetime. Just search for us and then jump in the chat. But we talked a bunch about this in minicamp and OTAs. What would be the difference when pads came on? Mm-hmm. Would the offensive line start to win their share because of the gap blocking that Liam Cohen's trying to bring?
Yeah, absolutely. There was a lot of good double teams. There was a lot of pulling. There was a lot of trapping. There was a lot of motion with backs and tight ends and the running backs. There was no wasted movement right down the hole.
Yeah,
and they gassed me in the first team period with run and play action. They gashed them. Yeah. I'm talking about they were getting 5-10 yards a pop, and I was like, okay, this looks good. But then I'm concerned about the defense because there should be some kind of balance between how effective they were against the run.
Yeah,
they got after him pretty good.
It is funny because you both sides will get their hands on the tape. Mm-hmm. Liam Cohen talked after the practice and said we got to take a look at everything and just see what we can do. And he mentioned a few guys that they had already evaluated from previous practices came out. He felt like they had pretty good days today. And so, yeah, you need to win on one side, course correct on the other side, and then come back and
let me tell you something. I mean, I'm sure you know this. Coordinators compete.
Oh, my.
Offensive defense coordinators compete. So when they're watching the film with the team, a defensive coordinator, what's his name? Campanile. Oh, it's going to be some curse words.
Say it like you're tasting some sauce. Campanile.
That's perfect, Leon.
Listen, Campanile. All right? So there's going to be some cuss words in that meeting room. I promise you. Yeah. For that first team period, run and play action.
And especially, Leon, if they get next level with that first, like you said, just put your foot in the ground, which is what you saw the running backs do, that first cut, if they hit the second level, that's what you want offensively.
Absolutely. And Leon Cohen was true to form when he came to the press and when he said the Jaguars said, we're going to run the ball.
Yeah.
And the first team period, out the box, run the play action.
Yeah.
Out the box, run the play action. So I was impressed by that.
By the way, speaking of running the ball, and our buddy Fran Brown, Syracuse coach, told us this. LaQuint Allen's making this team.
Oh,
he
it's so funny.
Is making the team. I'll tell you that. Like Fran said, because we were like, how do you think? And he was like, he's making a team.
Well, I like what I see because he's cat quick, he's fast. Both he and Bashal are fast. But I did see LaQuint get up and walk back to the huddle, and then he had to go back and grab his right arm to take with him.
I'll tell you what, though, he's
oh my gosh, yes, but he took a shot.
But I'll tell you what, pass pro, he gets it. That's number one. And number two, he's got a little wiggle too, man.
Yeah.
They don't have that right now. He's got a little wiggle.
I think both of you guys, Matt's 100% right.
Mm-hmm.
They are looking for a guy that can shake and bake and get outside and just freak out some defenses with some quick moves. Bashal has that. Looks like he could have that. But the other thing is when you're talking about, like, that's a different variety of the run game. This goes back to what we talked about last week. Stop running 7 out of 10 times between the tackles. You need to get tougher, but you can't be doing that all the time.
Yeah, and another thing that I noticed out there in practice, ATN, 13 reps.
Well, he went up and down as far as first, second, and I love it.
I thought in the first team period when they had
he got the first play with the first team, but then after that,
I thought I saw Tank start the team period.
I think Leon just said I thought I saw.
I thought I saw that. Now I could be wrong, but me and Coach were there. Hacker, we sitting right there, and we noticed it. And I thought Tank was out there.
You might be right.
Tank was out there first, and then after Tank was out there. Then we saw ATN come in third.
Yeah, well, I didn't see that, but put it to you this way: it was a single-digit number that was running first and second team, and usually it's one that runs it first, then four that runs it second, and it was the opposite of that. I never saw the third like you're talking about, but I had a quick conversation with Wyatt Milam, who we will hear from in a little bit. Mm-hmm. But I was watching him, which made me watch ETN, which. That's not what we're used to seeing.
ETN definitely ran a few plays with the threes. Definitely did.
Who do you guys think is the starting running back to start the season?
Probably Tootin, I think.
Wow.
No,
I'm going with Tank.
It's Tank. It's Tank.
You really think it's Tank?
To start.
I don't know, man.
Yeah. By the way,
I just want to go by what those guys, when they came in, the young guns, as we're calling them.
Yeah.
The GM and the head coach, they were all about, we're giving the young guys the looks they want to win jobs.
I think the classic example, and just because it happens once doesn't mean it's going to happen again, but I am at least referencing what happened last year in Tampa. Rachaad White started the year. He was their guy, and it was pretty obvious that he had success as a pass catcher out of the backfield and a decent runner. So Tampa had success with him, and they made him, of course, the incumbent starter. Well, then they draft Bucky Irving. And they draft him, mid-round, fourth round,
I think. Yeah.
And the next thing you know, he just starts catching a little more sail, and he is out there more and more often, winding his sail, and boom, he's taken off, and he became the guy. And so I'm not saying that Tank or ETN won't be the guy to begin with. I think they will. And then if Bashal and LaQuint Allen are as advertised, they're going to steal some carries. But Tank is still the most physical guy of this bunch. I believe that to be true.
I don't know about that.
I
don't know
100% believe that.
Who you got there? You think Bashal is more physical?
I think Tootin could be. I even think Allen could be.
Allen ain't big enough.
He's 200 pounds, man.
Yeah, but
so
not for
Tank
that.
is what, 200 pounds?
Well, he's a little bit bigger than that. But I'm talking about the wear and tear, that interior, the run game that we are talking about getting physical.
Well, listen, a lot of their reps is going to be contingent upon their ability to pass prop.
Yeah.
I mean, as much as they can run, I don't care how fast they run. Yeah. I mean, you can't only just put them in games to run. There's going to be times when they've got that blitzing linebacker, that blitzing safety. They're going to have to put their nose in the hole.
Right.
Yeah. And priority number 1 is protect 16. Priority number 2 is when you get the ball on a run play, make something happen. Yes, 100%.
It's funny that the biggest of the guys that have been here, ETN and Tank are both 215. ETN's a little more upright. Tank's a little more nailed to the ground, but they're both 215 pounds. LaQuint is 6'2", 201. Bashal 5'9", 209. And he is also a little more nailed to the ground.
He's like a fire hydrant.
Yeah, he is. But I tell you, the one that I adopt a few of these, training camp, Trammell, and some of my other guys that I like. Jaquindron Jackson is 6'2", 233 pounds, and he has a little Brandon Jacobs in him right now.
Yeah, he's a big dude, yeah.
He is a big son of a gun. Yeah. So if you do get out there, 38, I'm sure you have noticed at this point, especially when they want to run out those runs, you ain't going to try and take this guy down. You ain't going to tackle him high. And I have no idea whether he has any chance to make the practice squad or anything. But I like him, and I'm going to keep an eye on him. And I think he definitely has a chance to make that group. All right, so let's do our XLP Big Three and go through some stuff coming up here in a second, just to kind of get an idea of three things that struck you, and we'll go through them and hit the high notes, hit the low notes on some of these guys, and just kind of get into it a little bit. Coming out of the weekend, I went from dogs jumping into pools to obstacle courses. Did you guys happen to check the obstacle courses over the weekend? ESPN and the canines.
They have no shame.
They are married up in the month of July, man. Okay, they are going to show you some dogs in
and
action.
it's probably something from 5 years ago.
Maybe.
Right. Well, first off, I'm all about dogs. That's
I know that.
You never go wrong with dogs.
But
you cannot go wrong with dogs.
From Springer Spaniels to Greyhounds to Whippets to I mean, they are all in.
I was at a bar yesterday, and I just on the TV. Speaking of no sports, they had Kurt Kitayama on one TV.
Love Kurt,
and I knew you would. And dogs surfing on the other. And it was safe to say that 90% of the people at the bar were a lot more interested in the dog surfing.
I don't think you're wrong, unfortunately. I don't think you're wrong. Because remember, I would go to the bar and bet on that game tag. Because they had the little obstacle course, remember? And it was
I remember that.
Yeah, it was a
they still have that?
My God,
oh yeah, but it was like an 8-second bet. You just keep changing dollars back and forth. Red, green, whichever the colors were.
That's a terrible show. Terrible.
Well, it worked for me.
I know it does, but I'm just saying I know it does. Well, obviously, if ESPN's producing it, it's working. But it's a terrible show.
You never played tag as a kid?
Yeah, I have, but I'm saying
These
the
are grown
concept of that
adults.
show.
I know it's like the pillow fighting. Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's weird.
But this is like parkour.
It's like a little off. That's all.
It is not. This is. And by the way, it just shows you the Ocho.
What do you mean it is not? Of course it is, Joe.
The Ocho is real.
Grown adults out there running around playing tag. It's a little off.
But they are like jumping on things, and they are athletic.
Yeah, they're very athletic, and it's so funny because I believe they have.
It's lame, but it's athletic.
I believe they have rock climbing as an Olympic sport this year, and Michael in the middle, and KDV, the daughter-in-law, they are into it, and so that's being televised too. They have high-level competition.
Which would you rather watch? The tag game or the mullets?
I love the mullet.
Right.
Did you guys see the picture I sent?
The mullet.
Yeah, it will live
all day long. The mullets.
Yeah, it's the best.
There was baseball on.
Yes, there was.
I know that you guys are like.
I know.
Yeah, but if you got like four guys that are called Big
but
Country,
there was a real sport on this weekend.
Well, it's funny because I went back and forth, and I definitely watched some baseball, no question. But
Dodgers were at Fenway.
Yes,
fun.
They took that whole back together weekend slogan, which I still don't really get. It's like back to school and
because they're back from the All-Star break.
Yeah.
Oh,
no, this is not. No, not baseball. This is football.
Oh,
it's back together weekend, and it just sounds
because like camp.
It sounds sweet. It really does.
Like they're all coming to camp together.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, was that like an NFL Network thing or?
Well, apparently it's been branded, and I always thought it was NFL Network because it was back together weekend, and they got the reporters everywhere. And I go over to ESPN, and it's back together weekend there. BTW.
Well, you know why? Because ESPN's buying the NFL Network.
They're all together.
Right.
Yes, they're all together. And then I go to ABC, and there it is again.
There was apparently a lot of sweet stuff going on at Raiders camp.
Oh, yeah. That's something that I don't understand.
And you say sweet, okay? I say, repulsive. But,
disturbing.
Here's the question. Christian Wilkins was signed to $111 million 2 off seasons ago?
Yeah.
Is that right? I think it's 2 off seasons ago.
He was a huge free agent.
Yeah.
2 years
Big
ago.
time player.
Yeah.
And then suddenly cut by the Las Vegas Raiders. And there is a lot that is out there on social. So we will get into that coming up.
Can't believe everything online.
He had a quote-unquote incident.
Trashy rumor monger.
There's certainly rumors.
Yeah. All right. So, Mokama Beer Company Monday. This type of stuff can happen right there in the bar at the tap room. Mokama Beer Company, you can just enjoy a nice, just a delicious pint, whatever their creations are. And they really got cool stuff as they head into the fall. So check them out, mokama.com. They're right there on South 8th in Fernandina Beach. They're in Wildlight, also up in Nassau County. And then on the shelves, Total, ABC, Publix, wherever you might be sipping one, ask for a Mokama. So, thoughts on the Jags? Day one of pads. Let's get into it. Our XLP Big Three coming up.
XL Primetime. Driven by Duval Ford Mobile Service. Game-ready service right to your driveway. Ride with the Frangie Show.
We'll crank this sucker up. You can drop us off, and you guys can be back in your home planet before supper.
Let the Frangie Show drive you home.
Let's go.
We're going home.
Afternoons
All systems are working, Commander.
on 1010XL.
When you need a mechanic you can trust, call Sam, Harry, or Joe at AA Automotive on Richard Street. From oil changes to complex engine repairs, AA Automotive promises expert service and honest pricing from a local family biz. AA Automotive on Richard Street.
PRP treatment is kind of the thing these days, and in many cases, it eliminates the need for surgery. This is Sheridan Tootin, and my experience with PRP from Southeast Orthopedic Specialist has been nothing short of great. I'm really feeling much better now. Ask your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist doctor about PRP treatment.
This is Dr. Kevin Murphy with Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, where athletes are treated like pros.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
If your house feels like a Florida swamp and your thermostat's just throwing out suggestions, then it's time to call Duck Duck Air Conditioning.
They showed up fast, fixed it right, and even cleaned up after. My house is finally chilled, and so am I.
Whether your AC needs a quick fix, a full replacement, or just a little TLC, Duck Duck Air Conditioning has got you covered with fast and honest service. Call 904-862-6769 to get your cool back, or online at duckduckac.com. When your AC is stuck, call the Duck.
I'm Brendan with Checkmate Coatings. We coat it all: garages, pool decks, driveways, and patios. Be the envy of your neighbors.
Checkmate Coatings. Your floor's missing piece.
Looking for summer fun the whole family can enjoy? Check out Wick, a candle bar. Make your own custom candles and body care products in store at Wick, a candle bar. Locations in San Marco and Jax Beach.
Jax is more than a city, beaches, suburbs, or a destination. We're a community that takes care of each other. I'm former Jaguar Tom McManus. J-Dog Junk Removal and Hauling is dedicated to serving you with respect and integrity. We haul construction debris or property cleanouts for managers, owners, and realtors. We do it all. Call 506-1256 for your free estimate today. We're here for you. We're veteran-owned and operated. J-Dog Junk Removal and Hauling.
Friends, we have a very special guest on the line.
The Checkmate Coatings phone line is where the action happens.
Where's the phone? Over there.
Get expert interviews and listener opinions all day, every day, from the drill all the way to Hacker After Dark on 1010XL.
I'll be honest with you, it is because of Beards that I felt so confident getting down on one knee because I knew she would love the ring.
Jacksonville native Dr. Arian Afshari talking about the engagement ring he got from Beards Diamonds.
I spent everything I had on that ring, so I really wanted it to be an awesome ring.
Dr. Afshari loved the fact that at Beards, nobody's on commission. In fact, they even showed him how he could get the look he wanted and spend less than he budgeted.
There was a bigger diamond and a nicer diamond that I was looking at, and they actually steered me away from that to make sure I wouldn't feel stressed out or financially burdened when I walked out of there, which was really nice.
And he loves the fact that Beards is locally owned for over 4 decades, a refreshing alternative to those big box corporate jewelers.
You've got the experts there to talk to you. I don't think you get that from anywhere else in the town center. You're just a number when you walk into a big box store.
Local owners, no middleman prices, massive selection, and a commitment to quality. Beards Diamonds at the St. John's Town Center.
Mike Dempsey for Apex Roofing and Contracting of Jacksonville Beach. If your roof's got any damage, if it leaks, if it's just old and ugly, call my friends at Apex Roofing. But Mike, roofs are so expensive. It's true, quality roofing is not cheap, but Apex Roofing has up to 100% financing available, so you don't have to compromise quality for budget. Apex Roofing, no shortcuts, no stress, just quality work with financing available. Reach for the peak with Apex Roofing and Contracting in Jacksonville Beach. ApexRoofingFL.com.
Lucas Tree Service is a certified arborist and a local family-owned business with over 45 years of experience. They specialize in tree removal, trimming, and stump grinding for both residential and commercial properties. Get prepared for storm season and receive top-notch customer service from Lucas Tree Service, 904-241-3533. Online at lucastreeservice.com.
Frank Franzi here for Coil Fencing. Jacksonville's full of memorable sports moments. Remember Tiger Woods' 60-foot putt on the iconic 17th? Gary Coate called it better than most. Better than most. Well, Coil Fencing is better than most. They're better than all. Coil has been that for nearly 100 years. So if you're in the market for a new fence, I recommend calling Coyle & Sons today. That's at 904-356-4821 or visit CoyleJacks.com. That's COYLE Jacks.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Mondays on XL Primetime, brought to you by Mokama. Check out their great craft in the tap room in Fernandina Beach.
You will love it. They got great craft beer. They got coffee every single day as well. They will definitely take care of you morning, noon, and night. They're serving breakfast. They got bands as you come through on the weekend. So just pick up a little Mokama if you're out and about. And if you're up in Fernandina, definitely stop on by Mokama Beer Company. All right, so let's do our XLP Big Three, guys, and just talk a little bit about some of the stuff that we were able to see first day in camp with pads where they really kind of got to get down to it. We're talking about Hall of Fame games coming up really fast. First preseason game for the Jags is going to be, it is game one that's going to be right here, AUG 9, right?
Yeah, still
it'll be here. And then Saints and
7
Dolphins.
p.m.
Yeah. And then, yes.
Certain Frangie Show might have tickets to give away to that Steelers game today.
Okay, see, that'd be a good one to see because it's really the only time you're going to be able to see them. They either have 2 at home during the preseason or exhibition season, whatever you want to call it, or 1 based on the rotating years.
What day is that, by the way?
9th of August.
Saturday.
So they got like 11 days to clean up around that stadium. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah. And then they have the scrimmage Friday night. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, they'll be getting into it.
Yep.
They'll be getting into it. But you heard RJ with his report. What are you thinking?
I think it's going to be tight, man, to clean up around that stadium.
Yeah, but they
got a lot of construction work going on around there.
Yeah, they do it, but they're not going to pack a bunch of people in there for this one.
Yeah.
So they're getting their work in as much as possible. And RJ did the update. And they were talking about how you're going to enter for the scrimmage,
right,
in different gates and so on and so forth. But yeah,
we'll have the scrimmage live on 1010XL. By the way,
I love that. That
Friday night.
Yeah, that's going to be cool. Will it be the ghost of Tony Vaselli up there with Frank Francis?
I assume they're just doing a 2-man booth this year, right?
Okay.
I haven't heard anything, and I work on the show with Frank.
Right. I'm going to have to get over and try and get some intel from the fisherman, the hunter, Jeff Lagerman.
Leon, maybe you need to put your name in.
Negative.
You wouldn't do that?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Paycheck might be nice.
I'm not worried about that.
Yeah, you'd have to travel with the team, and you probably couldn't say too many negative things about the players.
Yeah,
I know that's not you.
I couldn't be myself.
Yeah, you got to be free. You got to be you.
You got to be free.
You got to be 72.
Also, not for nothing, there's some long trips coming up. Long trips.
West Coasters.
You would, bro.
I know.
I don't know about you in a plane for 4 hours, bro. Or better yet, even to London, 7 or 8 hours.
No, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. No, I'm not afraid of flying.
It's just but the comfort level.
The comfort level. Yeah.
Have you ever been to England?
Well, I lost some LBs, so I don't need the extension no more. You know, back in the day, I had to get the extension.
No, I know that.
Extension.
Nothing worse than saying.
Nothing worse. There's nothing. Joe, you don't understand the embarrassment. There's nothing worse when I was heavier to ask the flight attendant, hey, you know what? My fat behind can't get in the regular seatbelt. Can I get the extension?
In my belly.
You know, so when I lost the LBs and I click it now, I'm like, phew.
Did you begin with? I'm a former NFL player.
No, I didn't.
That kind of like covers everything.
Bro, I'm telling you, the shame of it, bro. I didn't even raise my hand high. I just say, excuse me, miss.
You were back in elementary school, weren't you?
Yeah.
You press that little button above you.
Excuse me, miss. Can I get a seatbelt extension? Because my fat behind can't fit in the regular.
You were a little chubby kid in elementary school.
Yeah, man. It's embarrassing.
But at least you were a former athlete. So Uncle Dave and I would get on the airplane, and Lamb, just because he had a tendency to snore and so on, I might have tried to look for another seat and so on. But anyway, he would have to bring that extra strap with him. And
wait, he had his own strap?
Oh, yes, he did. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He had his own extender.
Oh, yeah.
That's hardcore, man.
That is hardcore.
Wow.
But he would just look in disgust that he had to have it. But he had to have it.
They shamed me. They shamed me to losing weight, bro. Yeah. The airports. They shamed me.
You feel healthier, I'm sure.
Yeah,
yes, you do.
I'm moving
That's
better.
right.
Everything. Yeah.
You're moving better. You're doing more things.
Yeah.
Just imagine if you're walking through a press box with a bloody towel
Yeah, male XL.
Because
coming at $12.50.
You nicked your face when you were shaving. You know?
Oh, yeah, I remember that one, too. Poor hat.
All right. Now, let's get into our XLP Big Three, other than the big man with the extra seatbelt. All right. Give me one.
We're going to start with the highs. We want to start with the highs?
Yeah, yes.
My high for my XLP Big Three is definitely the commitment to the run game. Especially to start training camp, first period, all the guys together, play action run. And the first play that was played, it was like a counter. Saw the guard pull, trap right up in the middle, score, hit it for about 7-8 yards. I said, that's what I'm talking about. Then the next play. So my big thing right now is that I know Liam knows. He even said in his press when they came here, we're going to run the ball. We've got to be effectively run the ball for my offense to work.
Yeah.
So he's put the plan in place in practice from day one with the pads on. First period is run, play action.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm with you in such a big way. If they, and I'll just keep saying it until they do it, but what Liam Cohen did in Tampa and what Sean McVay has had ultra success with is play action. And if they do that, you're going to see a whole different Trevor. You're going to see a whole different offense, because that definitely is big. Your first big three.
But they've also had play action success because they can run the ball.
Yeah.
And it doesn't. Yes. And the best part is it doesn't matter who their running backs are. Right. They have guys back there, and they're getting combining for like 140 yards rushing.
And it's crazy. It definitely is the gap blocking. And like you said, it may or may not matter who they are.
It's the system and the scheme. Yeah, 100% it is.
And let's not ignore that Tampa had pretty good front.
Sure, no doubt.
L.A. struggled with it at times. But yet Kyron Williams sits back there, another player that came later in the draft that's kicking tail for the last couple of years in Sean McVay's
I just feel like, not only that, I think Sean McVay is one of those guys that he's going to adjust what he's doing to what he's got. You know what I mean? Whereas this staff the last 3 years, I feel like they were just pounding that square rock into the circle, you know?
Right. And this
whether it would work or not.
Yeah, this is who we are. We're going to keep going for it on fourth down, even though we can't get a fourth down.
By the way, that's the worst thing ever in any sports. This is who we are.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
You always adjust. You
adapt and adjust. And I'll give Sean McVay credit. I agree with you there. All right, your first big three.
All right, my first of the big three. And I mean, honestly, I think we have to start looking at him in a different light. And I've been as critical of him as anyone. We all have, actually, is Trayvon Walker. He legitimately probably should have been like a number 10, number 11 overall pick. They overdrafted him. There's no doubt they did.
And still, if you're a top 10 pick, that's pretty good.
Yes.
Yeah.
But he wasn't an edge at Georgia. He played time at edge. They moved him all over the place.
Yeah.
He wasn't strictly put your hand on the ground and go get the quarterback every single play. You know, so he came into this thing really not being a edge, full-time edge guy. Yeah. And I think in the last 3, you've seen, he started out slow the first year. What do you have, 3.5 sacks his first year? Then he went 10.5,
Yeah.
Right? And he was unblockable today. Unblockable. And he's been that, I mean, in minicamp and OTAs, you can tell he got a little extra juice to him. I think he's gonna have a big year. Big year.
I love it. If they can get that, it's those hurries, knockdowns, and sacks, because you got to get to the sack total, get them up. The combination of both of those guys. That's for sure. All right, one of my guys that jumped out for me is Josh Cephas. This kid is a guy that you see him in training camp. You forget about him in the regular season. I don't know if he's going to make it or not, but he looks like, A, he's got nice size to him, and B, good speed. And he's been able to come up with some decent plays. And they need one more guy that's going to pop up.
You love those fifth receivers.
I love them, man.
Tim Jones was your boy for like the last 3 years.
But I was all over the place. I was cheating on Tim Jones because I was Elijah Cooks and all the other ones. But I like to find that guy that can make those plays.
Right.
And there were 2 plays down the boundary on just the quarterback to receivers against the DBs. And De'Ami Brown and Jarian Jones are battling. De'Ami goes up, gets the ball. Jarian makes sure the ball is jarred out of his hands before they hit the ground. It was a great defensive play. And De'Ami almost came up with a great catch. But anyway, Jarian won it. Next play is Cephas versus DeAndre Prince, and Cephas came up with it. And again, those 50-50 balls, you turn them into 70-30 balls. I liked what I saw.
Mm-hmm. He's made some big catches. I mean, I remember mini camp, and that he dove for that one catch down the middle where he went and got it. I mean,
he reminds me of Cooks. Cooks was like that.
Same thing.
Same kind of thing. They never played him.
Yeah. And so we'll see. But Cephas is one of those guys that might be able to sneak into that rota and be a guy. Like Parker Washington had a chance to make a good catch, did not make the catch. And so these types of guys are going to be given opportunities. All right, another one.
So we went high, so I'm going to bring a low one down.
Yeah.
My low for today is Walker Little against Josh Allen.
Okay.
It's almost like he's compliant. It's almost like he knows that Josh Allen is better than him, and he doesn't try to block.
Bro, you just said the left tackle of this team.
I'm just telling you what I'm seeing out in the practice. The first play in
did YouTube see that?
The first play,
that's not good, man.
The first play on pass rush, he runs right past him. He barely got out of his stance. The second time they went in pass rush him, he beats him around the corner. He goes into practice, he goes after him. He's getting bull rushed back into Trevor. The last one, and here's where I know that Josh maybe doesn't respect him as much as he should. So he goes, he blocks him, and he pushes him in the ground. Walker Little pushes Josh Allen on the ground from the back.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes over there to try to pick Josh Allen up, and he slaps his hand. Like, get the hell away from me. And I'm saying to myself, at some particular point in time, he's got to make this man respect him.
Yeah.
And you know how you do that? By punishing him. You cannot be compliant to I don't care who Josh is. You got to compete against him each and every day and make him feel it. I mean, because this is getting really ridiculous, bro.
What's the thing you said? Like you did this in minicamp. You said this. Walker Little is a push guy. He's not a punch and move.
No, he's not.
He's just a push.
And we'll find this soundbite from Liam Cohen that we'll play in just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But he mentioned his hands were way too. I believe he said they were way too high. And so I want you to hear that so you can react to it. But you're saying,
explain that to everybody. Like you said, he's a push guy. He's not a punch and move.
Yeah, he's the type of guy that wants to grab you and hold you and push you by. But he's got to be more of a type of guy who can get in the proper angle and then direct. I mean, because the only time a defensive end is going to have respect for you is that you got to punish them.
Yeah.
If they don't feel your hands,
the punch.
If they do not feel your hands, they feel they can do anything to you.
Right. Yeah,
in some capacity. If they know they're just going to grab and hold, they're going to do all those little spin moves, hand slaps, all that kind of stuff. But when you get physical with them and you make them pay for their moves they make, then you become. I had more people afraid of my hands than anything else when I was in the league. They said, "Oh, yeah, stay away from Sirius's hand." That was, listen, that was orchestrated. Yeah. I tried to hit you as hard with my hands, and I made you pay if you came inside.
That's the sudden. I just lost my breath. What the just happened?
Yeah.
All right, so listen to Liam Cohen on this real quick, Big Sirs, because this is about Walker Little.
First few days, I thought, he was really on. Yesterday, Josh got him a few times, and I thought he came back out today, though, with a mindset of, I'm just going to be a little bit more patient with my hands and with my punch. He's punching a little bit too soon yesterday, just getting a little overextended. But, I've been pleased with him, man. His demeanor's been the same in terms of just the way that he handles himself and approaches it. And I think he's been doing a good job getting some removal in the run game when we're asking him to.
No, I must not have been in practice today. That's not what I saw. I'm just saying that. And that's all I do is watch. I watch offensive line.
Oh yeah,
positive.
I'm critical because I care.
Yeah,
exactly. I want him to have success.
Yeah,
because if he has success, guess who else has success? Trevor.
Yeah,
because his blind side is protected. So I'm gonna be critical of him because I know how important the position is.
Yeah,
absolutely is important.
All right, let's keep it going on that. We'll keep our XLP Big Three going. You guys jump in 641-1010. Hit the text line. Designed by Lifetime Enclosures. Talking day one of pads for your Jacksonville Jaguars on a Mocama Beer Company Monday.
XL Primetime, driven by Duval Ford, bringing sports talk to the First Coast. This is 1010XL, Jacksonville Sports Radio.
Sun's out, savings out. That's what this summer is all about. Hurry to Kia on Atlantic this month to maximize your fun in the sun. Make no payments for 90 days and drive new Kia starting under $20K. Plus, it's easy to shop for new Kias when you know we have financing rates starting at 0. Take advantage of the sunniest time of year and drive away with the sunshine savings from here. Online at KiaOnAtlantic.com. Kia on Atlantic, your Kia Coastal Connection. For complete details, call 904-250-0587.
Ready to add some value to your day?
The everyday deals at Sonny's have got you covered. Right now, you can get the pork big deal for $10, the pork and rib combo for $12, all you can eat ribs for $19.99, and our new loaded barbecue potato for $11. Available all day, every day. And that's why it's always Sonny's here. Sonny's Barbecue, local pitmasters since '68.
If you're 35 to 75, you could get life insurance today. No medical exam needed. I'm Cody with Harborstone Financial. One call could protect your family for life. Call me today, 904-885-9566.
Lauren Brooks here from Helmets and Heels. Circa Resort and Casino has 2 epic pro football contests, Circa Million and Circa Survivor. Circa Million, pick 5 games weekly against the spread for $1 million grand prize. Circa Survivor, 1 pick a week, no spread. Last one standing wins $15 million. Enter at any Circa in Nevada, play anywhere. Sign up for either and get 50% off a 2-night stay. Helmets and Heels will be live from Circa in Vegas on August 22nd. Full contest details at circasports.com and the 1010XL homepage.
Summertime is busy with graduation parties, summer barbecues, festivities, family gatherings. The month of July, National Carpet Cleaning Month. So Zero Res is offering $45 per room of carpet clean and 20% off air duct cleaning services as well. Schedule your appointment at ZeroResJacksonville.com or call them 287-5727 and ask for the 1010XL special. Zero Res, spelled backwards or forwards, it spells the same. Zero Res.
Zero Res.
Rick Ballou for Coy Dental. That's right, Carlson Dental is now Coy Dental. Dr. Lee has been practicing there for 9 years, has purchased the company. The Coy Dental team still has the same great dentists and staff. And remember, if you get nervous visiting a dentist, don't. There's never a problem at Coy Dental. With light sedation for cleaning, then deep sedation for all your restorative needs. Coy Dental, 2 locations in Jacksonville.
This Date in Sports History is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On July 28, 1993, Ken Griffey Jr. became the 3rd player to home run in 8 consecutive games. The first 2, Dale Long and Don Mattingly.
It's tune-up time, and Florida Home AC, the official AC partner of the Jaguars, wants to partner with you for a cool summer season. Tune up your AC unit right now so it's running at peak performance when you need it most. Just call 777-4300 and order a tune-up for just $59. Keep your unit humming at optimal level. Log on to FloridaHomeAC.com and take advantage of their savings. Keep cool with Florida Home AC. That's 777-4300.
Hi, this is Dave Barker. Want to grow your hair back?
IHRS, right here in Jacksonville, is the only hair transplant clinic in the country that offers multi-unit hair grafting, FUE NeoGraft hair transplants, and the 45-minute effective PRP treatments.
Multi-unit hair grafting gave me more hair in one procedure and within my budget.
Thank you, IHRS.
IHRS showed me what was causing my hair loss and helped stop it.
Schedule a free evaluation and find out how to grow your hair back and keep the hair you have. Call 904-777-IHRS. Take the first step to restoring your hair today. Visit hairforme.com.
Now my hair will grow for the rest of my life. Thanks, IHRS.
IHRS has been restoring hair for men and women for over 30 years.
Call now for a free in-person or virtual evaluation. 904-777-IHRS. That's 904-777-4477. Or visit hair4me.com.
I-9 Sports is geared up for fun for kids all over the First Coast with fall and winter registration open right now. Kids ages 3 to 17 get in the gym or on the field with I-9 Sports, covering Clay, Duval, and St. John's. And I-9 has all-girls flag football at Oakley, UNF, Fletcher, and Creekside. Plenty of other spots and sports on the First Coast to take advantage of. Don't miss out. Registration open now for fall and winter at i9sports.com. Enter 1010 in the promo code for a discount.
If you are an experienced electrician looking for your next big opportunity, look no further than the Miller Electric Company, a trusted name in the industry for over 96 years. At Miller Electric, we tackle the biggest projects in the city, offering you the chance to showcase your skills on a grand scale. We believe in rewarding hard work with the best pay, top-notch benefits, and an unbeatable culture where people actually care about each other. Take your career to new heights with Miller Electric Company. Apply today at millercareers.com. Miller Electric, an equal opportunity employer.
player. It's hurricane season. Protect your home with 904 Gutters with a Z. That's right. Z as in zone defense for your home. Water damage hits hard. 904 Gutters with a Z hits back harder. Search 904 Gutters with a Z and make the right call.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Mondays on XL Primetime, brought to you by Mocama. Check out their great craft in the tap room in Fernandina Beach.
You look at the menu up on the wall when you head into Mocama Beer Company, and you see all the different selections that they've got, the creations, the brewmasters working hard on it all the time. And then, of course, you can find it on the shelves. They got the Cosmico, which you know is one of my favorites, Amelia Light, the Motor, 8th Street Gold, so many other ones that you can enjoy. Check them out at Mocama Beer Company. All right, Joe C., Matty Hayes, check out his stuff at USA Today Sports, the Hurricane Hall of Famer, Big Sirs, as we are talking our XLP Big Three. JJ's got some sound from Evan Ingram. There's a big story that obviously came out over the weekend that we want to get to coming up as well. So you guys jump in, hang out, and talk a little Jag ball with us. Let's get to your second of your XLP Big Three.
So my low light is, unfortunately, is Buster Brown. He's out for the remainder of training camp. That's unfortunate because he had a really good OTAs. He had a really good mini camp.
Yeah.
Like he was battling for that starting job, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's too bad. It's too bad because he's in his fourth year. Is that right? Yeah, fourth year.
Yeah.
Fourth year. A guy that's really, frankly, busted his ass to stay on this team for 3 years.
Honestly, and I like talking about some of those guys that might be on the back end of a roster. He's a survivor guy.
Yeah, and he's produced when put into the moment.
Yeah.
Like in the Saints game, that was a huge play by him.
Yeah.
Saving that, eliminating that potential touchdown in the end zone there. So that's, it's unfortunate because this could have been a year where he might have been able to find his way on the field as a starter, which would have been really cool.
Yeah. And look, we debated whether or not Jarian would win more playing time, or Monteric, or whoever it would be. DeAndre Prince is still obviously very much in this. And Christian Braswell. And you know what? Braswell may benefit from this.
Yeah.
Because he's a guy trying to, at some point, get off the practice squad and get on the regular roster. I don't know if that'll happen, but that's what he wants. All right, so I'll go to the low light. Brenton Strange needs to be a weapon, okay? And when he is out, he's the number one tight end. And when he's out in his pattern and making a play, secure the football. And again, this is practice. You're supposed to make mistakes. This is when you correct your mistakes. Bottom line is, though,
not those mistakes.
Yeah. He is open, receives the ball, turns upfield, and Josh Hines Allen just boom pops it right out. And you can't do that. That's the type of play that turns into big yards, multiple move the chains moments that you need from your tight end.
Joe, that's literally the 3 words. You can't forwards to that.
Yeah.
You can't.
No. And so that's the guy that they're relying on to be another one of their bigger weapons in the passing game. And you know it as well as I do. You see something like that. You've run the right play. You got the guy open. You're making progress.
Great
down
throw
the field,
by Trev.
And then the ball comes out.
Yeah.
No, I mean, you can look at last year, first game in the season. This team collapsed after ATN fumbled the ball. They didn't know how to respond to it. So you can't have those kind of turnovers, especially in critical moments. I mean, I know it's practice, and you're supposed to be, you're supposed to make those mistakes in practice, but
not those mistakes.
Yeah, get that out your system.
You can do you can line up offside. You cannot fumble the ball. Period.
The ball. Absolutely.
Period. None of that. I still say this, and I don't know why I'm the only one. And fortunately, Evan Ingram kind of said something this past weekend to highlight it, but that was a bad move by them. Cutting Evan Ingram was a bad move by them because you got a guy that was a productive player, right? You got a guy who was Trevor's basically third down throw. Every time he needed a play, he'd go to Evan Ingram. The guy was a unique tight end where he's more of a flex. He's not really a tight end,
right?
Which puts stress on a defense. That was a bad cut. And I think they're going to regret that because, and I've been saying this all along, Strange is he's like a plotter, man. He is not an elite kind of guy.
There's an obvious difference between them. There's no question about it. A flex versus an inline tight end. There's no doubt they are not the same cat. But the other part of it is that, and I may be buying and drinking the Kool-Aid, but they want that inline guy that can be physical and can block and then get open, because that's where they think they can create a little deception against the defense. Maybe way off, but that's what they're thinking they can do with him, like a Kate Otten down in Tampa Town last year. But, yeah, you need those playmakers to come up
You
big.
need guys that put defenses in conflict. Brenton Strange is not going to put a defense in conflict, okay? He's just not. As a receiver, I'm saying. He terrific blocker. I'm just saying as a receiver. There's no doubt about it. And if you're going to say Evan Ingram couldn't block, you're right. There's no doubt that was his weakness.
Right, yeah.
But I would trade that for a guy that can put a defense in conflict. I would definitely do that.
Yeah. All right, next one.
All right, well,
this could be anything.
My overall is just how impressed I am with the coaching, because I'm taking notice to stuff now, especially during practice where they're involved. They're teaching moments, either it be the offensive line coach or whether it be the coordinators, the kind of stuff. Once they pull them back, whether it be a good play or bad play, there's teaching going on. I'm impressed with that. There seems to be a little bit more involved, and that's important. I know you watch the film. You watch the film and you give a diagnosis, but it's nothing like that on-site tutorial by the coaches when you're going through stuff.
And one good one, when I mentioned the Jarian Jones and De'Ami Brown play,
right?
That would have been a throw right to the goal line, right? Right, so you could hit the cone and scoreboard. And De'Ami Brown does not come down with a ball. Jarian breaks it up. Campanile right there running to him, getting on him, tapping that hat, saying, good job, way to ball, way to contest that. So that's the type of stuff.
That's the type of stuff.
So I would say my third takeaway is going to be Ezra Cleveland. He had a really good day. A really good day. And we've all talked about, this will dovetail right into your interview with Wyatt Milam, the third-round guard out of West Virginia, who I think we're all excited and hoping will take that left guard spot. But Ezra Cleveland looked good today. First day in pads. He was among the offensive line. He was the guy that I think stood out because he was very active today.
And I think that's what this team is trying to do offensively is get them to play a little angry, play with a little force. And I saw bodies flying, and they definitely were doing as much as they could to move those guys up front defensively. So I'll take that.
And there's nothing wrong with a little heat. And nothing wrong with a little
heat behind you,
right? Heat behind you, absolutely.
Yeah.
So that's good stuff.
Play with an attitude. All right, we mentioned Wyatt Milam, so let's hear the conversation that we had with the big kid, the big mountaineer from West Virginia. Well, first day of pads, Wyatt Milam comes off the field here at the Mecca, and you're soaked with sweat. How did it go?
I felt like it went well. First day of pads, there's plenty of juice and energy out there, and I think we was excited for it. It's something we've been training for. I feel like if you're not ready for the first day of pads, I don't know. There's something different about the first day of pads, and it was really just special to go out there and play some real football.
Yeah, I think more than anything else, and this is guys standing around watching, they want to see linemen hit. That's the only way for us to judge competition. So how do you think that part of it went?
I felt like I did some good things, and there's some things I need to work on. But still, I'm just a growing mindset. But I felt like the first overall day, I felt like I had a pretty good day.
Yeah, if you go back the last couple of days, go back to Friday when McCary had to step out, you stepped in. That's a big moment in a coach's eyes, and I'm sure in your eyes, to be running first team for a little bit.
Yeah, I feel like just all the studying that you have to do with the playbook. Just so like when your name does get called, you'll be ready. But I just felt like the coaches do a great job of going over the plays and make sure you understand it, like through the walkthrough and everything. So I felt like the study and all the preparation, I felt like once you get put in there, you got to be ready.
We're talking with Wyatt Milam, former West Virginia Mountaineer, and now with the Jags. And I think the cross-training versatility, that's key. You've played tackle. You know how to play tackle. Yeah. Now they're looking at you interiorly. How much extra study goes into that part?
It's really just more work, I would say. Like just just working on your craft, because I think from people may not realize it, but going from tackle to guard, it's a bit different. Everything just happens a lot faster. Everything's a lot closer. So just really, I feel like one thing that's really helped me is just being out here and just actually playing the game of football. I felt like just getting live reps at that. And I felt like that's overall helped me a lot over the past since I've been here.
Yeah, we have Leon Searcy on our show. He's a former Pro Bowler here with the Jags, and he said, you go inside, it's bowl and balls and butcher knives. It's a much different deal.
Yeah, it is. It's everything's a lot bigger guys on the inside, and everything just really just happens quicker. I say that's the biggest thing.
So give us a sense, because the other thing that we've been dying to see is the zone blocking that we might have had a little more in OTAs and minicamp, and then now gap blocking. Kind of take us through that, because when the pads come on, that's when you guys get to showcase that a little bit.
like your gap, your power is like that's your set, like your. How would you say it? That's like the statement play of your offense. Like it's third and short. Defense knows you're probably going to run some type of that play. So I feel like that's how we always say move the meat. So it's our power play, and I feel like that's our statement play for offense.
What about the guys behind you? Tank, because you really have a lot of guys. Tank and ETN look like they're trading in that one spot. So you've been running second team with a couple of those guys. What have those guys been like?
Oh, they're great backs. You can't say nothing bad about it. They run the ball hard. They're great players. They give you everything they got every play. So it's nothing but good things for them.
Yeah, and I know that you said at the time when you were drafted, you make sure Trevor doesn't hit the ground, but at least the leadership and what you've seen from him so far is now this is the time to grow.
I just think the way that he controls the offense, I just feel like he's a great quarterback, a great person. Just being around and talking to him, he's a great person. So, yeah, I'm blessed to have him as our quarterback. So I'm ready to protect him.
All right, last one for you, West Virginia Mountaineers. You got now an old new guy in Rich Rodriguez. What do you think about that hire?
Neil Brown was my guy, so I guess I hope he does well at the university. I hope he does well. But Coach Brown was my guy, so I was kind of a little. I ain't gonna say it, never mind.
Yeah, you can.
No, I ain't gonna say it. But I'm happy for him. I hope everything goes well there. I wish him the best of luck this season. I'm gonna try to make it down to a game at some point this year. So.
All right, Wyatt. Thanks, man. Best of luck.
Thank you.
So he was a little ticked off that Rich Rod came in and replaced Neil Brown. And he had to bite his Mountaineer tongue on that one. Mm-hmm. But the other one, move the meat, Leon.
Mm. Yeah, the facts. Yeah. I mean, the kid's got his head straight. He's got a good head on his shoulders, so to say, because he's saying all the right things. A young offensive lineman coming into the league should be doing. You're working on your craft, trying to get better, studying the film, studying the playbook, battling each and every day. Now you get on the pass. Now you can represent. It's hard to represent what you want to do when you're in, shirts and shorts. But now he can bang a little bit, let him see his athleticism and how he gets after a little bit. And he's right. There's a difference between him playing tackle and moving into the NFL playing guard. Mm-hmm. So it's going to be a transition. But I think the kid is tough enough and physical enough and athletic enough to do it.
The other thing is that we have guys that have played outside in college that are being asked to move inside. Mm-hmm. And I hope it works. But you now have a Javon Foster who's moved inside. Now he's 6'3"? Does that sound right, Matt? He's a little squattier, but you're asking a guy who started a bunch of games at tackle in Milam and Foster and all these guys to move in and figure out.
Yeah, but I think if you have like a nasty attitude, if you have that temperament of my job is to like hurt you, which Wyatt Milam does.
Yeah,
it's easier to move inside. Like it's easier to be that type of guy, especially if you have the size he has. So yeah, I think it'll be a pretty much of a seamless transition. The question is, what happens with Ezra Cleveland? If Ezra Cleveland continues to play at the level that he played in the first day of pads, it's going to be hard to unseat him.
Well, which is that's what they want.
What you want, yes.
They have to have it. A guy that can play multiple positions in Milam, if that is what he's going to be, or any of these guys.
Well, listen, the biggest transition of any tackle that moves the guard is that you can't pass pro like a tackle anymore.
Yeah.
You got to sink
those phone booth, man.
Bro, you got to sink them hips quick.
Yeah.
When 340 jump on you, it's quick, bro. I'm just telling you, you got to anchor in. Yeah. I mean, you got to put some, it's like you got to anchor in, bro. Like you got to put some weights in your pockets.
Right.
Because they coming.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Right over
I ain't gonna lie. Big Sir ain't want none of that smoke. I ain't gonna lie to you.
We'll head into the 1 o'clock
You don't want
hour.
any Vita Vea smoke coming out?
I ain't want none of that.
Mocama Beer Company Monday. Get you a cold one. You can head on into the tap room, enjoy all that great craft. Pick it up if you're at Total. ABC Public's going to come, I think, coming into Target very soon. But look for them up on the Island or Wildlight and just enjoy some delicious Mocama. Into the 1 o'clock hour XL Primetime. We'll definitely take a look at a few other training camp spots, but hot and heavy on the Jags' first day in pads.
We always say move the meat.
XL Primetime.
Driven by Duval Ford. Get loose in the corner and tight on the straightaway.
That 2-car was all over the place.
Sunday at Iowa Speedway.
What'll we do?
Powered by the Plumbers and Pipefitters Local Union 234. From the station with the most horsepower. 1010XL.
Leon Searcy here for Mel Excel. In 60 days, you'll be one of two guys. The first, sluggish, foggy, not keeping up like you used to. The second, driven, strong, and confident. What's the difference? Mel Excel's daily low-dose testosterone protocol. One free assessment has changed everything for 100,000 men. You don't have to be the first guy anymore. Take control at trymelexcel.com. Your move.
Got a clogged drain that just won't quit? It's time to bring in the pros. Duck Duck Rooter.
I called Duck Duck Rooter for a clogged kitchen drain. They showed up fast and had it cleared in no time. No mess, no stress.
We've seen it all. Grease clogs, hairballs, mystery goo from the deep. Whatever's blocking your pipes, we'll get it flowing again. Call 904-862-6769 now to schedule your drain cleaning service. That's 904-862-6769 or online at duckduckrooter.com. When you're stuck, call the duck.
Hey Jacksonville, it's Dr. Kevin Kaplan, team physician for the Jaguars and proud member of Jacksonville's newest orthopedic dream team. At Orthopedic Specialists of Jacksonville, we brought together 10 board-certified fellowship-trained surgeons, each one a specialist in their field, all working together to deliver smarter, faster care with better results. From sports injuries to joint replacements, we've got the right player for every position. Visit osjax.com and meet your team. That's osjax.com.
When you need a mechanic you can trust, call Sam, Harry, or Joe at AA Automotive on Richard Street. From oil changes to complex engine repairs, AA Automotive promises expert service and honest pricing from a local family biz. AA Automotive on Richard Street.
Life is just so busy this time of year. Between work, the kids' games, family vacations, I need a yard hero to free up my weekends.
You mean somebody who does mowing and trimming?
Yeah.
How about mosquito control?
Yeah.
What about irrigation and pet waste removal?
You do that too? You're my lawn hero.
Find your lawn hero at heroeslawncare.com. Heroes Lawn Care, because every lawn needs a hero.
Denny Thompson here. Look, don't get left in the dark. We're all trying to reason with hurricane season, so at least be prepared. For top-of-the-line generators in Jacksonville, I turn to Tyson. Licensed pros at Tyson deliver reliable, whole-home standby generators and provide fast repair service. They even do custom installations for local businesses, so don't wait. Ensure seamless installation and peace of mind. Call Tyson now, 904-762-1000 for a free estimate on generator services. TysonInc.com.
Football season is almost here, so before it arrives, I'm going to get my home organized. Lauren Brooks here. Closets by Design creates custom storage for every space, lifestyle, and budget. From closets to garages to laundry rooms or entertainment centers, anywhere that needs to be organized. Call today to schedule a free in-home consultation and receive 40% off plus an additional 15% off with free installation. Yes, that's 40% off plus an additional 15% off during the month of July. Call 878-9393 or visit closetsbydesign.com.
I'm Stacy, and I want to tell you about my fogged up window fiasco at my house. I called up Mac at Baker Glass. He told me all I needed was a glass replacement. The process was so easy. All within a few days, they came out, measured, called me with an estimate, cut my glass, and came out to install the new ones. Now my view outside is fog-free thanks to Mac and his crew at Baker Glass. And my neighbors think I got some fancy new windows.
I'm Mac with Baker Glass. No one treats you better.
Frank Frangie here for Stanley Pools. If you're dreaming of putting in a pool this year, choosing the right company is the most important decision you'll make. I've trusted Stanley Pools to build my pool, renovate my pool, and maintain my pool. Stanley Pools has been the best in the business since 1988, and they're still family-owned. Call them today at 904-269-7277 or find them online at stanleypoolsfl.com. That's Stanley Pools, a family tradition of fine swimming pools.
Home of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
I'm Frank Frangie, and I told you before, my daughter Amber is following the lead of Hacker and Mike and Matt and trying to lose a few pounds with Awaken 180. Well, I got to tell you, she's been amazed at the results. Now get this. She's been in the program 3.5 weeks. She's lost 22.5 pounds. 22. It's hard to believe, and she is so excited. There's nothing better than seeing your kid excited. She said it's so convenient. She raves about her coach, who she speaks with once a week. She said the food's terrific, and she's never hungry. Man, she's found a program that really works, and boy, is she excited. If you want to give it a try, call 844-346-1800. That's 844-346-1800, or visit awaken180weightloss.com. It's changing my daughter's life. It really is. And it can change yours as well. 844-346-1800 or awaken180weightloss.com. If you're looking for a transformation, now's the time to call Awaken 180.
This is your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm RJ Saunders for 1010XL. This update brought to you by Lone Pronto. Training camp in full swing for the Jacksonville Jaguars. However, it has been reported that cornerback Buster Brown will miss the remainder of training camp with a leg injury. That's according to head coach Liam Cohen. The Jacksonville Jaguars have had to make a change to entry for the stadium scrimmage gates due to shifting construction. Now for the August 1st scrimmage, the gates for entry are gates 1 and 4. The West Club is no longer open for public entry. The scrimmage is on August 1st from 7 to 9 p.m. at Everbank Stadium. We'll broadcast the scrimmage live on 92.5 FM. Go to jaguars.com/trainingcamp/tickets for more information. Right now, 98 degrees at 101. Time and 10 brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Mondays on XL Primetime, brought to you by Mokama. Check out their great craft in the tap room in Fernandina Beach.
They got it going on up there. They got it going on if you're heading up to enjoy a little R&R in beautiful Fernandina Beach, or if you're just one of the proud members of Nassau County. Check them out, Wildlight, or right there on South 8th Street, or look for them, maybe a nice tap that you can pick up, some delicious Mokama, or Publix, Target, ABC, and Total. They are all there waiting for you. All right, so we waited for the 1 o'clock hour to get to this with Evan Ingram, because we've been talking a lot of Jaguar ball today as they put the pads on for the first time today. And we know all of Duval's super stoked about seeing what this football team looks like. But from this guy's vantage point, looking back at his last team, Evan Ingram just fired a little salvo Duval's way, since now he is in Denver and hoping to be a part of their offense as they were a playoff team last year. But this is Evan Ingram talking about, well, the culture here in Duval.
It's an incredible locker room, a lot of great leaders. I tell people, all my family, like it's hard to be the first one in the building. I'm used to being the first one in Jacksonville. I was always the first one. It was really easy. And here it's kind of tough. There's a lot of guys, doing it at the highest level, and it's just a contagious environment. And we all want to get better, and we all have high standards that we all want to achieve together.
So that's a big old swing and swipe at the past regime, Leon.
Well, I mean, yeah, it is a swipe. It absolutely is a swipe. And I mean, just because you're first in the building, what you doing there? I mean, he didn't say much. I mean, just because you show up first. I mean, he's insinuating that the coaching staff gets there a little later. He beats them and all that. So I took it as him taking a swing at the culture, that if the coaches aren't there first and you let a player beat you there, how committed are you? But culture is not created by coaches. Right. All right? Culture is created by players. You were supposed to be the very first in the meeting room. But you were supposed to also encourage your teammates to be the first. I mean, how you set the tone for practice, meeting rooms, film rooms, that's all players. Yeah. Coaches don't do that.
It does scream comfortable to me that most players felt like the threat of their employment, they didn't feel that. They weren't worried about not making this team or not getting their opportunities because there was no one better than them to beat them out.
Yeah, competition is always important at any level, especially in football. But I think I keep saying this, right? When it came to Doug Peterson, the reason why Doug Peterson got bit in the behind is because he trusted them too much. He trusted them to be professionals. Mm-hmm. So he gave them a longer leash. He didn't practice them as hard. He gave them days off, all that kind of stuff. And he thought that spillover where their professionalism would take place on the field, and it didn't. I mean, because when you go 8-3, number one seed, and you don't make the playoffs, that's leadership. That ain't got nothing to do with coaching. Now, maybe the game planning was off or whatever, but you're supposed to be out there executing at a very high level, and that's what this team failed to do, and the reason why they only won 5 games in 22.
So this last year, Matt, the concussion got him very early, and then the season-ending shoulder injury. And so those are the things that at the very least, made this new regime take a look at the numbers and say, hey, should we move on?
So here's the thing. I kind of disagree with Leon. I think he was taking shot at the other players.
Yeah, he was.
I think he was.
Yeah, I do. I think he
I think he was saying. I think he was saying, I'm the first one in that building.
Right.
Every single day.
Right.
And I'm the last one out.
There's
every
zero
single
competition
day.
for me to get in here every day.
Yes, there's no competition.
But in Denver, there's lots of guys
right. That's
that
why
are trying to
self-motivated.
So I look at it more along the lines of he was saying the team isn't committed. There are guys in that team that are not committed to winning, that are not committed to doing everything possible to win every game.
Yeah.
And I think that's what he meant by the
and
culture.
that's why I asked Leon, is it players getting comfortable knowing no one can come get their spot because there's nobody better than them? But then also to pair it up, coaches weren't driving them either. There were, because I guarantee you, and we could take both of these. There's not a wrong answer here. Sean Payton is making damn sure that his players understand how important it is to compete. Mm-hmm. And that's why they are there. That's why everyone's playing for every opportunity to get on the field. Because what did Sean Payton do?
Yeah.
As soon as he walked in there, they went from Nate Hackett to Sean Payton. Okay, things changed dramatically there with that.
Well, and listen, culture is seasonal. All right, winning culture, good culture is when you're winning games. Bad culture is when you don't. So it's seasonal. The teams that have consistent culture of winning. Year in, year out, playoffs, the Kansas Cities of the world, the Buffaloes of the world, the Ravens of the world. You want consistent culture of winning, not this 1 year, bad, 1 year, like the Jaguars do. 1 year, bad, 1 year, bad. Come on, huh?
Yeah, I think I totally agree with your seasonal point. I think he was also saying, look, we got to the point where we clearly were at a low point. And I'm still the first guy in the room.
Yeah.
First guy in the building every single day. And that's, we talked about, like I said earlier, I thought they had made a mistake in releasing him. And it's not just for his production on the field. He's a guy in the locker room that is a presence in there. Yeah. That's a guy that leads by example. That's a guy you want in that locker room.
Yeah, but I totally agree. But here's the thing I have a problem with players nowadays. They care about being liked too much. You don't have to like everybody in your locker room. You got to get your point across. If somebody's not getting it done, you got to call them out. You got to call them out. You got to call them to the table. I think a guy like Evan Ingram had the credentials where he was playing to call out anybody. I mean, when I was on offense and our defense struggled in practice, Jimmy, Keenan, me, we lit into our defense. If they gave up too many yards, too many points, and vice versa.
Right. You had every right, and they had every right.
Absolutely. If we struggled running, passing, protecting, and all that stuff, and the defense said something to us, we knew it, and they had every right, if they had played well, to call us to the carpet. We did the same thing to them because we're all grown men. We're here. I'm not here to like you. But on Sundays, I need to love you.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
remember at the end of 2023, I know you guys remember this. At the end of 2023 when they lost 5 or 6, and at one point, I think it was Carline that had an interview with Evan Ingram. And he asked, like, you guys, like, how could you guys have been here with everything to play for?
Right.
And now you're here. You're literally teetering on getting out of the playoffs. How do you explain that? And Evan Ingram was just like, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
And it was
a hell of a thing.
Yes, remember that? Like, it was, I remember coming and talking about that and thinking, that dude literally is in a locker room with 54 other men. They're tail spinning right now.
Yeah.
They don't know how to stop anything, and he doesn't know how to stop it.
And the worst thing is back to Leon's point, is there was no one there necessarily that had the play and the leadership to step up and say, we ain't doing that no more.
Right, to pull the reins and say, whoa.
Right. We ain't doing that no more.
Yeah, because at some particular time in that year, so you got to draw the line in the sand and say, hey, bro, listen, we're not losing no more. We're going to make these playoffs.
Yeah.
All right, we done slid as far as we're going to slide.
Yeah.
It's got those kind of conversations got to be said in a locker room amongst each other.
That's the part that's scary. And I'm not even saying he needed to be dispatched. It was a financial move, and it was one that might have had injury concerns along with it. Both him and Christian Kirk.
We might regret that one.
Yeah, we'll find out because they do not have that dude.
Definitely
going to
regret it.
Okay, we'll find out if they can make Brenton Strange, Cade Otton-like in Liam's offense, because Otton was perfect for what they wanted him to do. Because let's not forget this. That team down there could run the ball, had unbelievable playmakers at the wide receiver spot, and then the tight end would fill in the blanks here or there. They had all of it. And so this team needs to have as much of that as possible.
I wonder who's going to be the first in the building now. Like who are those guys?
I wonder if it's Travis or Brian Thomas. If it is Brian Thomas or Travis Hunter or Trev.
I doubt that.
Yeah, I know, but usually you.
Yeah, I doubt that too, bro.
I'm just saying. Usually quarterbacks, they're putting in the work, and you.
Although if he's going to have the 39-10 season that Leon says, 39 touchdowns, 10 picks,
he needs to.
He
put
better
the
be
10.
that first in the building. I'll tell you that.
He needs to put the 10 up.
It's July.
Yep.
I still got him though.
You're backing off on 39-10.
I'm still gonna ride with it. I'm gonna ride 39-10 all the way.
I did see his beautiful wife and baby. Okay, today.
Yes.
As they were hanging out there, and he was signing some autographs for some kids and so on and so forth. All the sweet stuff.
Good on him.
All the sweet stuff.
Yes.
All right, a little of that right now, JJ.
That just happened. Brought to you by Florida Home AC, the official air conditioning partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
By the way, before we go any further, this is so Deion. This is just so Deion Sanders right here, okay? So the word leaks last night that Deion's going to have a major press conference at 1 o'clock today to discuss his future medical issues in his future. So we're all thinking he's stepping away, right?
He did. I said to you guys, the last few times I've seen him, he has not looked healthy in my mind.
And he's not, okay? He had bladder cancer, and he had a tumor removed from his bladder. But he's fine now. He wouldn't have the press conference to tell everybody,
I'm good.
I'm good.
Just to troll the
media. To tell men, make sure you get checked,
I like that.
Now we're 11 minutes into this thing, and he hasn't said he's retiring or taking time away or anything. So my guess is, nothing yet. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad he's healthy. I
am too.
My dream went away because I text JJ.
We were very excited about a potential former Hurricane taking over.
Oh yes, absolutely.
He's emotional right now.
Warren Sapp.
He's if he didn't have glasses on, you could see he's crying. I guarantee he's crying.
Yeah.
So he's very emotional.
We are glad he's healthy, but me and Leon desperately wanted Warren Sapp as a head coach.
Yeah, I thought he was going to walk away and name Sapp the head coach. That was my dream.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to your new Buffalo head coach. He is a Buffalo. His name is Warren Sapp. Yeah, because Sapp would have had.
Can you think of a less professional coach?
You'd have to have a bleep button along a personal
No problem with that at all.
Awesome.
That would be a just train wreck waiting to happen.
That's just listen. You know the amount of material.
You know how he is.
Yeah,
I know he is.
But you know how you have the get back guy on the sidelines that pulls everybody. The get back guy. He would have the bleep button guy.
Oh yeah.
That because Sapp can't a full sentence without at least one cuss word.
And imagine him trying to talk to these soft Gen Z players. We know how he treats random guys on the golf course that pay to play with him.
Yeah,
so imagine these kids who aren't doing as well as he expects them to on the practice field.
Oh yeah, I told you that story, didn't I?
It's one of my favorites.
Oh my God, it was a beautiful thing. I don't think you didn't want me to share it.
Can you G-rate it?
Oh, I could share it. Of course, I can share it.
I'm saying you can make a G-rated.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, I'm at the golf tournament. All right. Well, one of my former kids, Brian Merriweather, he had a golf tournament. Went there. I don't want to call him out, but when we went there was no food there, so we was hungry. So I went to the shack.
The catering wasn't there. What Warren Sapp expected.
He's changed it though. So Sapp was already upset because there was no food when we got there. So we went to this little hut where they had a little restaurant, and we ordered some food. Sapp didn't get any food. I guess he got somebody to give him some water in his container. So he had 4 golfers that paid $2,500 a piece to play golf with him, right? So one of the golfers saw that Sapp gave the lady his cooler to fill it up with water. So the golfer saw it. The lady put it on the counter. He picked it up and wanted to bring it to Sapp. And Sapp said, "Man, didn't nobody tell you to touch my cooler? What the hell is wrong with you?"
Very aggressively.
Very aggressively. Just
right. There were a few 4-letter words.
It was a lot of 4-letter words. It was a lot of 4-letter. And I was I feel sorry for the guy.
He's doing you a favor after paying $2,500 to play golf.
$2,500 each of them.
Yeah, it meant nothing to him.
No,
but it's so funny because I've witnessed that wrath as a media member.
I'm being easy on the berate that he gave. I mean, he was on this man, and I was just sitting there saying to myself, "Man, I feel sorry for this guy." I wanted to go
like
hug
7
him.
in the morning.
It was early in the morning. This man just
He
got.
probably woke up and told his wife, "I get to go play golf."
Right,
bro.
bro.
With
The Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Bro,
He went to bed with his shoes shined and picked out his
Yeah,
socks.
he was ready to go hit balls with worn socks.
He looked at his outfit.
And then he got emasculated
Yeah, you're right.
immediately.
He picked out
That is what I'm wearing when I play golf with Warren
Will this
Sapp.
impress Warren Sapp? Yeah, that one I'm going to
Bro.
wear. That shirt. Right. So
I swear. Listen, when I went to my golf cart and I saw the foursome that was playing, I just wanted to go hug the guy. I did, bro. I felt that bad for him, man.
Yeah, he still had to play 18 holes
Yes.
with the man.
Yeah.
Bro.
imagine that playing 18 holes after the guy just eviscerated you.
Yeah.
Basically.
For you, like, doing a favor, like, you were, like, thinking, I'm going to be a good guy here and walk this over to Warren.
See, I think he had the problem with the guy. The guy had his hand like this
At the
over
top.
and it
Like
didn't-
where you
and
might
it-
put your
And
mouth.
it didn't have a container on top of it.
He went pandemic on
Yes.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
He went
He's got a problem, all right.
He went nuclear on me, bro.
All right, it's XL Primetime. A couple of other notes around the National Football League, but right now, as things sit, Deion Sanders has not stepped away from the game.
He has not stepped away. He's taking off his sunglasses.
Yeah,
and he's preaching, which I kind of like. He's cool.
Yeah.
I like it. He's by the way, he's in like overalls.
That's
so
country.
classic.
Like
Vince Wilfork overalls?
Yes, but he's got an undershirt on underneath and a cowboy hat.
Mm-hmm.
He's so Deion. I love it.
That's wild. All right, it's XL Primetime.
XL Primetime, driven by Big Number One Duval Ford, the number one place to buy your next vehicle. Super moments.
This is the play of the game right here.
Super games.
Everyone wants to be a part of NFL history.
Superstars.
He is a difference maker now.
On the Super Station.
You will be wowed.
1010X. 1010XL.
Hey, Carline here. If you're shopping for a new ride, you've got to check out Atlantic Infinity. Not only do you get a luxury vehicle, you also get the Atlantic Infinity Promise Free with every new car. That's almost $2,500 in added value just for buying smarter, and you don't have to sweat it out on the lot. Shop in their indoor, climate-controlled showrooms. It's cool, comfortable, hassle-free. They're on Atlantic near St. John's Bluff, or browse anytime at AtlanticInfinity.com.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialist is now offering ortho walk-in appointments. If you have an immediate need for orthopedic care, contact Southeast Orthopedic Specialist immediately. Avoid ERs and urgent care waiting rooms. For more information, go to se-ortho.com.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
If a storm impacts our area, JEA is ready to respond. Our team of over 2,000 employees is prepared to move in when the storm moves on. Once restoration efforts begin, we won't stop until everyone is back online. And we'll keep you informed with real-time updates at JEA.com and the MyJEA app. We're ready for storm season and want you to be too. Visit JEA.com/storm to learn what you can do now to prepare.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
Hi, I'm Sean Monahan from Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach. Since 1977, we've been Jacksonville's local family jeweler with a beautiful selection of fine jewelry and certified diamonds. But we're also Jacksonville's leading buyer of gold, silver, and diamonds from the public. Gold's recently hit an all-time high at over $3,000 per ounce. Pay bills, buy something fun. Now is the time to sell your gold for cash and get top dollar, or trade it in for a new piece and get even more at Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach.
Attention men and women. If you would like to get your hair back, then you need to listen to some of our clients. John in Orange Park.
IHRS showed me what was causing my hair loss and helped stop it.
Call IHRS now at 904-777-IHRS. Find out how to grow your hair back with a free hair and scalp examination. Mike from Bay Meadows.
I finally found the most experienced company who could restore my hair. Now I have hair where I had none before.
Results guaranteed. Diane from Ponte Vedra.
Now I have what lotions couldn't give me. Thick, beautiful hair.
Find out why you're losing your hair and how to grow your hair back. Call 904-777-IHRS for a limited time free hair and scalp examination.
Now my hair will grow for the rest of my life. Thanks, IHRS.
Thank you, IHRS.
Thanks, IHRS, for giving me my hair back.
Hurry and receive a free hair and scalp examination and get 2 weeks of laser treatments for free. Call IHRS at 904-777-IHRS. That's 904-777-4477. Hairforme.com.
Your AC's broke, it ain't no joke. Call Florida Home AC. Florida Home AC. Florida Home AC. Florida Home AC. FloridaHomeAC.com.
I'm Max Fink, and I'll bring you the Gator Report several times weekly to keep you connected to Gainesville.
The Gator Report, put together by San Jose Collision on the home of the Florida Gators, 1010XL.
Go, Gators! Who says there's no free lunch? Join me, Prosser, and Jaguar and Gator legend Fred Taylor for free food and football talk Friday, August 8th at the Alhambra Theater. When you hear this...
Bye-bye! Brock Marionville chasing a 90-yard run.
Be caller 28 to win a pair of tickets to a free lunch with Fred. Doors open at 11. Jags talk, Gators talk, football talk, including a 1-hour Q&A with Freddie T, and we're buying your lunch. Stay tuned for this sound to win your tickets.
Bye-bye! Brock Marionville chasing a 90-yard run.
Courtesy of Jenkins Hyundai and Genesis of Jacksonville on Atlantic.
Don't just stand there. Everything you need to turn $1 into an epic win is in your hand. Hard Rock Bet. Bet it, parlay it, boost it. However you want to do it. From wherever you are to the moon. Bet anytime a line, prop, or parlay catches your eye. And withdraw cash when you want it. Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us. New players bet $5 and get $150 instantly in bonus bets. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
This is Hayes Carlyon for First Florida Credit Union. I bank with First Florida Credit Union because I trust them. I can always count on them when it comes to the vast services they provide. The online banking services are outstanding. So easy to use. Depositing checks through the mobile app is fast and efficient. I also go to the branch off 210 in St. Johns County and the Durbin location, but they have 10 branches in the Jacksonville area. You need to be banking with First Florida Credit Union. They're enriching people every day. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Opportunity Lender.
Mark Watson with Hardball Creative. What's better than beer? Cold beer. Put your company logo on a custom koozie. Check them out at hardballcreative.com.
Hardball Creative. Hardball does it all.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. That just happened. Brought to you by Florida Home AC, the official air conditioning partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
All right, we are in Maxwell Award watch list season, folks. And so it's the best offensive player in college football every year. And preseason, they always come out with this list, and there is some local guys involved. DJ Lagway from the Florida Gators is on the list. Carson Beck from the Miami Hurricanes is on the list. And Tommy Castellanos. Is it Castellanos?
Castellanos. Yes.
He is also on the list, Florida State quarterback.
Okay, so the odds, do you happen to have those odds?
No.
I'm looking at them right. I thought I had them here just a second ago. Anyway, like you said, the shorter odds are for the Lagways and the Becks of the world. A little bit of a longer odd for Tommy Castellanos.
Yeah.
Yeah. But those guys right now are hoping they get to lead their teams to success. And Beck looked good up in Charlotte. And Mario said full go. That was the basic medical report that every Miami fan wanted to hear. And then DJ Lagway just looked like he had superhuman strength. Big human being, as big or bigger than Anthony Richardson. Matt, would you agree with that when you saw him?
Easily bigger than Anthony Richardson.
I noticed how you added on superhuman strength with the Florida Gator quarterback, and my quarterback just looked good.
Just a broken arm.
Well, your quarterback's coming off a UL?
Yeah, a UCL.
UCL.
Well, Miami's quarterback threw more in the spring than the Gator quarterback did.
That's a good point.
Because we really
neither threw that much at all. But yeah.
I do have the Heisman odds, which probably reflect pretty much the same as those odds.
Okay.
Number one right now, Grant Nussmeier. Oh, no, sorry. I take that back. Arch Manning.
Then Garrett.
Then Garrett Nussmeier, and then Cade Klubnik.
Yeah,
so
and-
Arch, who, I mean, Nussmeier's got, 2 years as a starter under his belt? And he's behind 1 year. Okay, he's behind Arch.
And the thing that got him a little bit last year is he just...
Klubnik's been starting for 20 years.
Yeah. But the thing that got Nussmeier is he didn't take care of the football down the stretch. He threw a few too many away.
Killed too. That was another part of the problem.
Yeah.
They couldn't protect.
And Brian Kelly backed him. He said, I still want that guy to make those throws, to take those chances.
And DJ Lagway is 18-1.
Okay.
Carson Beck 10-1. Our boy Nico, 4.5-1. I mean, that's crazy considering where he's
4.5-1 or his Heisman odds?
That's got to change, right? I mean, that's got to be a mistake, I feel like.
Yeah.
Lenoris Sellers 10-1. Drew Allard 16-1. Jeremiah Smith only 10-1. I mean, when's the last? I guess Devontae.
Oh, you know
won
what?
it a few
That's
years ago.
like you go to Hard Rock, you lay 10-1 on Jeremiah before you lay 4.5 on Nico. Okay,
I agree.
Yeah, that's I think a not an ambitious bet, a smart bet. The other one is your cigar lighter to a Benjamin because that is wasting money.
What do you think about Lenoris?
I love that one.
What are his odds?
Only 10-1.
Yeah.
I'll give you a guy that I love at 50-1.
Yeah.
Kevin Jennings.
He's good.
He's the SMU quarterback. I feel like he could put up in the Lashley offense like absurd offensive numbers.
What are John Mateer's odds?
Let me. John Mateer is 4.5-1.
Yeah, I knew.
No Diego.
Oh, let me look.
I think. Keep scanning. Keep going
Source
down.
On the second page.
I'll give you a good one.
No, actually, he's 200-1 for Diego.
What's Aiden Childs' odds?
How do you spell that last name?
Chiles. Childs. Aiden
Like
Childs.
walking long.
He's the same, 200-1.
200-1.
Yes.
That's a big number. And
I'd
you know
put
what it
10
is?
down on that.
Okay. All right. And sometimes I think it's great. Like Lenore Sellers is kind of like how you're describing a year ago, something like that. And you know more about these guys than maybe some other ones. But Lenoris obviously has been seen, superstar quality to him, and you could easily see where he could have that type of year. I don't know whether Kevin Jennings. How many people did they lose at SMU? Because I agree with JJ.
Not a significant amount.
That they can move the ball, they can score.
But
points.
he got a little exposed in that Penn State game.
Well, he made
it was like -8 degrees.
I'm not saying he's going to win the Heisman. I'm saying at 50-1 odds.
Yeah, just fun.
He wasn't playing in the ACC anymore. It was a legit game he was playing on the road in 8 degrees. So yeah,
dude, he was so close to.
But he was definitely a little exposed in that game, man. Yeah. He did not play well and he looked like he was intimidated by that game too.
Okay, I'll give you a guy, Ryan Williams.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
35-1.
So you went 10-1 with Jeremiah Smith, which is the best wide receiver in the country right now.
But he's got to be right there behind him.
He is.
He's got to be.
I don't think there's 25-1 odds difference between Jeremiah Smith, especially.
What about Cam Coleman? Is he on that list? The Auburn receiver?
No Auburn receiver is going to win anything, but he is. He's 300-1.
Wow. Okay, think about this though. Both of these guys, Ryan. Let's make this the 10-10 take since we're talking odds. We might as well have
start
fun.
making some bets, man.
Now, Josie's 10-10 take. Slow smoked and served up by Sonny's Barbecue. Local pit masters since '68.
Betting odds for the Heisman, any of the other big awards, you can just order yourself a rack of ribs and just kind of sit there with one of your buddies and just kind of chew on it and figure out whether or not one of your favorites is going to win that hardware. You can check out any one of your area Sundays and enjoy some delicious barbecue. I don't believe there is 25-1 odds difference playmaker-wise between Ryan Williams and Jeremiah Smith. But the other half of that is Julian Sayin is going to be quarterbacking for Ohio State. How good is he? And then even though Ty Simpson's been there, 3 times as long in
What are his
Tuscaloosa.
odds?
Right. Well, I don't even know, but bottom line is,
yeah.
Sayin's 17-1 odds.
17 to
What's Gunnar Stockton's odds?
18-1.
What is Ty Simpson? This might be my point.
25-1.
Okay, all right, a little bit higher than I thought. But we don't know. In other words, Ryan Williams and Jeremiah Smith are going to have success based on their quarterback success. And so if you're going to bet on either one of them, you might like those longer odds with Ryan Williams, knowing that maybe Simpson has a little more experience, a little more savvy being in Tuscaloosa for what is this, his third year, Matt? Maybe even his fourth year, Ty Simpson.
This is his fourth year.
Yeah, fourth year. And then second with DeBoer, and then Ryan Grubb coming back as his offensive coordinator. Anyway, that's the 10-10 take because you're just trying to figure out which of these receivers, who both of those guys are really good. Different body type, but really good. Yeah. Who's going to have – they were sensational freshmen. Who's going to have a better sophomore year?
I mean, it's all going to depend on the quarterback. And both of them have questions. I mean, Julian's saying, first off, it's not a lock he's going to be the quarterback. That's number one.
Yeah.
And Ty Simpson's probably not a lock he's going to be the quarterback either. I mean, they both have to win it. They're both clearly the favorites.
Right.
But you're talking about guys that have not played in college football.
No.
Again, I keep saying this, and I keep saying this about Arch Manning too. We have no idea what Arch Manning is going to do when it's 3rd and 9 and late in the third quarter on the road in the SEC, and he's got to make a play.
Right.
None of us have any idea what he's going to do.
He can come out.
Or what's going to happen after he gets hit big for the first time.
Come out and stack up stats against maybe a lesser school, which they will not have that luxury to open up their season. What will that defense do?
Yeah.
With Ohio State?
Leon, your quarterback gets hit. Like, if he gets, driven into the ground, first quarter, SEC game on the road, that's something you wake up a little bit, right?
Yeah, you want to see what he's made of.
Yeah,
absolutely.
You're like, oh, damn.
Oh, okay. Especially if you gave up the pressure. Yeah.
And you can't jump up and go, Quinn, sub in. Can't do that.
So
we saw what happened last time they did that.
Yeah.
I mean, last year against Georgia.
Yeah, it didn't work.
Quinn was like, all right, Arch, a little help.
Yeah, a little
and then
help.
at one point, they're both on the sideline, deer in the headlights, both of them. Like, my God.
No, I'm not.
What just happened?
Go in. Yeah, I don't want to go in.
Right, I don't want to go into that defense.
I don't want to be the Pirate.
Are you guys aware that Jalen Daniels from Kansas is still in school?
Yes.
That's crazy, too.
What
He's been
the
around.
heck?
Yeah. He's been around a while.
He had a lot of schools coming after him, too.
55-1. Yeah, he's a decent quarterback.
What did I tell you guys? Zach Calzada in his 7th year.
Yeah.
7th.
Yeah, starting from
Where's he at now?
He's in Kentucky.
Oh, he's Kentucky. You're right.
He's at Kentucky.
Right.
The great Mark Stoops is coaching him now.
Right,
and he's got a chance to lead Bourbon Nation back. But Calzada, there was a moment.
He beat Alabama, right?
Yeah, there was a moment. And I think it was his freshman year he got thrown in there. Because who was it?
Haynes King.
Haynes King got hurt. That's
Yes.
right. Crick in his leg.
Bring it all the way back to the beginning with Jimbo with the crick in the leg.
And then lo and behold, Jimbo's back in the ACC. He's wearing a suit and holding the microphone.
Wait, where's Dylan Raiola, JJ?
Nebraska.
Yeah.
12-1.
Where's he?
Oh, sorry.
10-1.
I left the page.
Single digit, right?
No.
No?
All right.
That's a bit. I don't know. I would.
There aren't two. Look, if you we have lined up the list of quarterbacks in the Southeastern Conference that are pretty strong right now. There's a really pretty darn good group in the ACC. Big Ten. What is the hierarchy? Because last year you had Dylan Gabriel,
It's Drew Aller. He's at the top.
Drew Aller. He's at the top.
Dylan Raiola, 65-1.
65-1, yeah.
65?
That's a big.
I just saw him a little lower, but yeah, right around there. So in the Big Ten, the quarterbacks go from. This is crazy because it's two guys that you've never really seen. Three guys. Dante Moore, number 1, 20-1. Julian Sand, right around the same. What did we say? 17 on the other book I was just looking at.
Yeah.
Bryce Underwood on this one's 28-1.
We have no idea who he is.
Yeah. Jaden Maiava.
From USC.
From USC, 55-1. Dylan Raiola, who I think is a good quarterback.
Yeah.
Wait, where's
My
Drew
boy,
Aller?
Fernando Mendoza, who almost beat Miami last year, the Cal quarterback. He's at Indiana at 70-1. Nico, so these are updated odds because they have Nico at 70-1.
Yeah, of course he is. Right. UCLA's terrible.
Good luck with that, bro.
And Caleb Downs 100-1.
All right, what about Drew Aller?
Non-quarterback.
Yeah.
Oh, Drew Aller is 12-1.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, he will have big numbers.
12-1.
All
right.
I'll just give you this other story coming up here in just a second. One of the freshman All-America defensive backs from Tennessee is, I guess, a no-show. It's worth bringing up that we will bring that up coming up here in just a second. Mokama Beer Company Monday. It is XL Prime Time. We will get ready to hand you off to the Franchise Show, or Helmets and Heels. Let me straighten myself out. Coming up here in just a second.
XL Prime Time from the big #1 Duval Ford Studios. It's not girl talk, it's sports talk.
Woo! Coming after you!
Tom McManus adds his helmet to the heels with Lauren Brooks and Taylor Dahl.
Let's talk football.
Football! At a new time, afternoons 2 to 4 on 1010XL.
Hey,
Hey, Jacksonville, I'm sure by now you've seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We are an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We are committed to customer service, reliability, and have unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today. GFL, green for life.
Looking to elevate your game night experience? Look no further than Best Bet. We're not just a card room, we're your destination for excitement, fun, and big wins. Whether you're a seasoned player or new to the game, we have something for everyone. Join us at Best Bet Jacksonville, Orange Park, or St. Augustine for thrilling tournaments, exciting promotions, and a vibrant atmosphere that will take your game night to the next level. Elevate your game night at Best Bet. Visit bestbetjacks.com to learn more. That's bestbetjacks.com.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to website CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
Duck Duck Rooter. We've seen it all. Whatever's blocking your pipes, we'll get it flowing again. Call 904-862-6769 now to schedule your drain cleaning service. That's 904-862-6769 or online at duckduckrooter.com.
Been in a car crash? I'm local attorney Rick Alexander, and I've made it our mission at the Alexander Law Practice to listen to you so I can fight for the best possible result for you. I've been practicing over 30 years, and our team focuses on guiding you through the entire process. And because fees and reimbursement costs come out at the end of the case, I will never ask you to come out of pocket. For a free review, call 904-400-6600 or log on to alexanderlawpractice.com, Jacksonville.
Playoff-bound Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp are in full swing at the newly renovated VyStar Ballpark, your home for affordable family fun. Tickets start at just $5. Fireworks after every Friday home game, and kids round the bases after Sunday games. Log on to jackshrimp.com for tickets and details. Jumbo Shrimp Baseball, affordable family fun.
I-9 Sports covers the First Coast with all kinds of sports for kids ages 3 to 17. Fall and winter registration is open right now, like girls volleyball at Duval Charter Bay Meadows, plus plenty of co-ed programs in the Tri-County area to keep your kids active. And being part of a team creates great camaraderie and commitment. Year-round sports all across the First Coast. St. John's, Duval, and Clay, sign up now for the fall and winter. It's all at i9sports.com. Enter 1010 in the promo code for a discount. That's i9sports.com.
Teach your birdies to sing with Dan, Jeff, and PGA Pros on Brunch with the Tour. Teed up by Clearwater Irrigation and Apex Roofing and Contracting. Brunch provided by Chick-fil-A. 8:30 Tuesday morning on 1010XL.
Joe C. for Preferred Roofing, reminding you your roof is more than just felt and shingles. It's a system that not only keeps your home dry, but also impacts your heating and cooling bills. Preferred Roofing and Construction is a GAF Master Elite Roofing Contractor, lauded for having the ability to educate and inform homeowners on their options. Why GAF and Preferred Roofing? They're veteran-owned and operated with ties to Duval for decades. A family business ready to make sure your family has a good roof over its head. Log on, preferredroofingjacks.com.
The best value for golf in Jacksonville remains Cimarron. Totally reestablished with new tee boxes, improved fairways and greens. Also a brand new restaurant with indoor and outdoor settings and live music. Join the Wild One loyalty program online at Cimarron Golf. When's the last time you played Cimarron? Cimarron Golf Club on 210, the Wild One.
In a world where chains seem to take over, it's awesome to have a locally owned retailer who's only focused on Jacksonville. Beard's Diamonds is your example. Hicken here, you know, all those other jewelers in the town center, they're owned by big Wall Street companies. Beard's Diamonds, local. Man, the Lupos have been serving our area for more than 40 years, and Beards run circles around the big chains. They got a massive diamond inventory, all shapes and sizes, all the top bridal brands. Beards has the strongest warranties, and if you ever did have an issue, you can deal directly with the owner, not layers of middle managers. Beards wins on price every day. Most importantly, they don't have extra markups to please Wall Street or pay commission salespeople. In fact, Beards guarantees to beat any national chain store on price. Don't buy anywhere until you get a second opinion at Beards. I'm sure you'll get a bigger, better quality diamond for your money, and it'll be backed by local folks with integrity and local accountability. Don't buy a diamond in Jacksonville without seeing your best option at Beards Diamonds at the St. John's Town Center.
A new era of women's professional soccer has arrived. The Gainbridge Super League, redefining the game for the next generation. Sporting Jacks, the first ever pro women's team on the First Coast. Be there for history. Secure your tickets now at sportingjacks.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Now the cool down with Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing, keeping Jack's cool since '87.
All right, my takeaway is that I don't say this too often, and it's early, and it's July, but I'm going to give them their flowers today. The offensive line got it done. They ran the ball effectively in between the tackles, what we've been praying for the last year and a half. We always say move the meat. Move the meat.
That's right.
That is definitely a drop. I love it. I love it, man. They were running the gap. They were running the gap run game today. A lot of pulls, a lot of traps, a lot of double teams, a lot of down blocks. You know, so it was good to see the backs hit the hole. One cut hit the hole downfield. And, man, I was enjoying it, especially in the first part of practice. So I'll give them their props today.
All right. Love it.
All right, so my early takeaways, don't panic about the only hour practice. I'm not even sure it was an hour, actually. I mean, if you're talking about actual work.
Outside
of stretching,
it was an
actual
55
work,
minutes.
Yeah, actual work. I think I'm with Leon. I think it was probably close to 50.
Listen, I like to say my minutes last longer than anybody else's. All right, so 55 is an hour.
Goes back to
it is an hour.
Always.
Don't forget the cooling area too.
Right, the cool. So, I think if you're confident that you got your work in that hour, then I'm all right with that. I know like Tommy McManus was behind me. Tommy was not happy. He was not happy, man. Leon also was not happy. But, I mean, it's different time, different situation, different players, different collective bargaining agreement. We can't forget that, bro.
Right. There's only so much you can do.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, let's see what happens day 2 tomorrow. Let's see what happens. Let's see if they ratchet up a little bit. Your point was you think they're easing into the hour and a half, hour and 45, maybe even a 2-hour day.
Yeah, because this is a much more physical practice. They were not every play taking people to the ground, but there were bodies flying.
There was some good line of scrimmage work. There's no doubt about it.
You better believe it. And what we all have said is that the energy level and the pace of practice looks good. How good are they going to be? We don't know, but it looks like they're fiery, they're energetic. The competition that you want in each position group, you got to have that. And then the competition between the offense and defense. You want that because actually that's the part of practice that I think people love to see and feed off of.
I mean, that sets the tone. That sets the tone for practice. So it was good to see the offense and defense go run and play action today because how physical they are is going to set the tone to how good this team is going to be. Now I was a little disappointed in the offensive line. I didn't reference this. Now, there was a 4th down and 1 that they went after, and the defense stuffed them.
Oh,
a little concerned.
I must have missed that. Okay.
That was the ones I think, but that may have been.
That brings up a lot of bad memories.
That might have been the 2s, but there was an opportunity there.
Yeah.
Because I saw the 4th down, and I saw the mark. I said, okay, 4th and 1, they're going to run and see if they get the first down. Stoppage. So that
is the worst, man.
Yeah, so
the worst.
That wasn't good.
What's worse than you can't get a 3rd and 1 is you can't get a 4th and 1, and because you just gave it to the other guys. So I think more than anything else, we want to see how deep the depth chart goes with all of these positions and options that you might have to challenge each of these guys for their playing time. And give me the Liam Cohen on Anton Harrison, JJ, if you will, because I tweeted it out. I'm at the presser. I hear Liam say it. I grabbed that video and audio and I tweeted out because a month and a half ago, he basically challenged Anton Harrison. He said what paraphrasing, he goes
he plays when he wants to.
Yeah, basically is what he said.
He's vastly inconsistent. And I didn't mention this today. He's compliant when it comes to Trayvon too.
All right, well then listen to Liam on Anton, and then you tell us what you saw from that from them going at it.
For the first few, I've been very pleased with Anton, and we've mentioned that to him, and I asked him the other day in the hall. I said, hey, is this going to be every day? Is this how it's going to be every single day? And he was very adamantly yes, and so and that's what we have seen. So for him to take a step in the right direction in our eyes, for sure, I think is only going to help us moving forward because he's so talented, and when he plays locked in, he plays with great effort, and he strains through the echo of the whistle. Good things typically happen.
Yeah, he called him to the carpet. I love that. Absolutely. Played some, basically he's saying, I need to see more consistent Anton Harrison. Yeah. He's asking him, am I going to see this? What I saw today, am I going to see every day?
And he's still asking.
Yes.
Which is great.
Which is absolutely great. Yeah.
What did you think of Anton today, by the way?
He struggled against
I thought
Trayvon Walker. Yeah, he did. He was compliant. Mm-hmm. Both of them. I listen, that bothers me. That bothers me because because those tackles don't instill. The reason why it bothers me is because Josh Allen and Trayvon Walker know that they can do whatever they want against our tackles. Mm-hmm. They don't get any fight from them. I mean, beat them around, bull rush them, slap their hand, don't help me up, all that kind of stuff, man.
All right, I'm just going to watch and see how it goes. But
I'm troubled by that.
You should be, but I'm hoping that this means that these two guys, Josh Hines Allen, is lighter and hungrier. He dropped 20 lbs or whatever it was from playing as high as 285, he said, down to that 260 range. And so we'll see what happens. And then Trayvon, even though it wasn't a weight issue, he feels like he's becoming a more complete player. And I love that too. Contract year, all that stuff is out there. All right, Matt, real quick, I got to ask you this one because Boo Carter of Florida All-America last year for Tennessee, okay, comes back as a sophomore this year, has basically not shown up for any of the team situations.
Hold out.
Give it to me.
I'm sure that's what it is. That's what I'm saying. I'm sure it's a holdout.
So this is unreal. If we have a holdout on college campuses.
Why? It's just like the NFL now. Why does anybody? Why would this surprise anyone?
I guess because I want them to tell me they're holding out, because that's what Trey Hendrickson or whomever else.
Well, Nico claimed he just went to UCLA to be closer to family.
He just wanted to be closer to his LA people.
Does that mean there's a problem with Tennessee's NIL?
It might be.
It could be.
It might be with their collective, their Sprite collective. Yeah.
Listen to the other part of it because it is interesting, and it might be something to do with that. But Coach Josh Heupel, this is after the Knoxville News reported that Boo missed numerous team activities. He was confronted by team leaders. Sources telling CBS Sports that an altercation occurred on July 16th between Carter and teammates, and that Carter has not been with the team since. Heupel, according to the story, is likely to lean on the team's leadership council to make an ultimate decision on whether Carter will be welcome back. That's wild.
I would not doubt it in the least if it had, I don't know, something to do with money.
Yeah, because the source said it's not a Nico situation, nothing to do with name, image, and likeness, nor revenue share. Instead, the tension between the two sides.
He just doesn't like his teammates. Is that what it is?
Well, why his teammates in his pocket?
Well, it may be just the way he's playing. I think that's because that's what they said, multiple team violations. If that's the case, then that is real. All right, JJ, hit us.
That just happened. Brought to you by Florida Home AC, the official air conditioning partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
All right, we made some jokes about this, quote, very weird incident earlier in the show, but more is coming out about the Raiders cutting Christian Wilkins. So this was per Adam Schefter on a McAfee show.
He said back to McAfee.
I didn't know he was ever not involved. Or did they get in a fight or something?
He was shunned for a while.
I didn't know that.
Go ahead.
Okay, so he playfully, this is not Adam Schefter we're talking about, this is Christian Wilkins. He playfully went to kiss a teammate on the top of his head And some people have said that player took offense to it.
Are you kidding?
That's what happened allegedly.
Okay, so allegedly, and it doesn't mean that they're just because it's on X or whatever doesn't.
Well,
mean,
this is from Schefter.
You're right. But he gets it from somebody else. At least I'm thinking he does in this particular case.
They're like never wrong,
right? Yeah, most of the time because they get it proofread from the agent before they send it out.
Exactly.
But the other thing is that is a team willing to eat that much money if that is the only, and apparently
had to have been more than that.
Yeah,
right?
because he had I believe it was a Jones fracture. I have to look. We'll ask Gio about the actual injury on Wednesday, but he did not want to get a second opinion. Apparently didn't do the rehab that they wanted him to do. He was doing something different. Anyway, all this started to really drive a wedge between the team and him to the tune where they were ready to eat all that cash.
Maybe this has been like the last straw.
Maybe.
With said teammate or one of the teammates.
Which is wild.
Like maybe just kissing on the head was like not the only thing that
you guys are burying the lead here.
I wish I knew what the lead was.
Yeah,
there's a franchise in the NFL.
Be careful here.
Yeah. There's a franchise in the NFL. JJ, stop. A franchise in the NFL that's desperate for interior defensive linemen. And I don't think I'm breaking any news
unbelievable point.
Saying this
Bring him to
franchise is Jacksonville.
Yeah.
I would put up with whatever he's doing to get somebody on the interior that
kiss me on the forehead.
Right.
All right.
That could put somebody in there that could disrupt a little bit on the interior.
Yeah, he might have. I don't know. I was who did I see the other day? Some show where the guy walked up, gave him a big old fat kiss, and it was just nothing but a term of endearment. Just nothing but
Nothing
love.
wrong with that.
Right. Big Sir, give Matt Hayes a
Right
kiss
now.
on the forehead right now as we say hello to Helmets and Heels.
Negative.
Yeah, all right.
I knew that was the word coming out right there.
Now, the 2-minute drill on 1010XL.
Taylor Dahl, I'm not asking you to do it. I know it's not.
Start kissing people.
But welcome in.
Hello.
How
you guys doing?
We're doing great. You were out at practice today. What did you think?
Yeah, it was all right. I mean, I feel like you get that in your mindset, pads coming on, so you feel like you're going to see a lot of something. And I feel like we're not quite there, but there were some good pieces. I'm noticing we're going to talk a little bit today, some guys that maybe have started to stand out a little bit. And then especially today, the offensive line, Matt and I feel like talk a lot about the offensive line, but that is going to be a hot topic this whole now almost August that we will get into the pads and start actually hitting. And so there's a few things that I noticed on the line. I want to get into that today, but yeah, there's some interesting stuff going out in the safeties, the DBs. It's fun to kind of see some of the mix up going out there. So that's where my eyes have been so far.
Because that competition, they need people to establish themselves.
Yes.
And like Liam said after the practice, that's your last line of defense. So those guys got to do it.
Yes.
And Tommy
Please
Mack was
do
a little...
it.
Right, 3 of the 4, I think, right?
Yeah, well...
even the 4th. Even Tyson's got to prove he can stay healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah, very
Definitely.
true. Very true. All right, so you guys, what else you got?
Yeah, we'll talk a lot of camp. We'll get into a little bit more college football. I have an interesting note of some baseball betting that has been happening recently, and so we'll get into that too.
All right, sounds good.
Yep.
Taylor, Lauren, Tommy Mack, they have Helmets and Heels coming up here in just a second. All right, we're done. We had a good time. We'll be back out at practice tomorrow, and they will be back in pads, and we'll see what the competition looks like, fellas. See if it gets ramped up.
More aggressive.
A little bit more.
Another 2-shower day.
Thanks to Mocama Beer Company. Check them out online. Great story, local success. The brewery right there in Fernandina Beach on South 8th Street. So check them out there or Wildlight or on the shelves at Total, ABC, Publix. Check them out, Mocama Beer Company. Joe C., Matty Hayes, Big Sirs, and JJ.
How we always say, move the meat.
XL